because it's like you're critiquing some shit where these kids out here trying to figure their lives out, and these are the same motherfuckers that'll be robbing your ass if they ain't have no outlet. These same people that'll be tearing up the communities and doing the real gangster shit out here if they didn't have that music outlet. When I came in the game, that's why I came in the game to do, to show people that, hey, look, man, like, I'm from the hood, I'm from the streets, but I'm gonna make it out of here, so can you. That's why when you hear all this trap music and all that shit, you gotta know who really opened the door for that real shit, not the rap shit.
This was Jeezy's checking Akademiks. They critiquing the kids. They don't give our kids a chance to grow.
The real shit. And that's why you see all these up and coming kids want to be rappers, because that's the way to get out of the hood. So when I say less and do more, okay, me and Kendrick, we're gonna do a record, but then I'm gonna still go back to the community and get to help out and to be, a big. This ain't. I'm not in no popularity contest. Like, man, listen, bro, I'm highly music, and that creates a code. You know what I'm saying? So the newer generation now, the things that they're putting in their music is, we're going to run off on the plug. We're going to take this. We're going to take that. But you laughing because it's funny, because you on the show. But you ain't saying that shit when your little homie getting his head knocked off, nigga.
You're right, because that is one of the things.
Absolutely, I know I'm right. You ain't never been there. Like, you don't know what I'm talking about. But at the end of the day, it's cool. But until you got to go bury a nigga, you got to pay for a nigga funeral because he listening to this shit.
Just check it. See, Akademiks. Everybody getting on Akademiks, and Nipsey got on his ass. Mike Vincent got on. Everybody get on this nigga's ass because you're not. Act started off pretty good, but somewhere down the line, it's just you're out of touch with what we're trying to do as a culture, not just for black people, but for all people. A lot of people in this world is hurting and they lost, and that's why Jesus trying to explain to these niggas, I came to the music to help other people.
And he thinking it's cool. You know what I'm saying? He running out here because that's the code, that's the rules. Wherever you're gonna get the street rules from.
Yo, welcome to Rooted in Music TV. I got another bomb episode for y'all. But before we get, hit that like button, that subscribe button, that share button. Pass me around. Facebook, Instagram, and all other social media platforms. And y'all know how I feel about my chain. If you'd like to support the channel, Cash App, $Monk US. Also, check out the website, 250gemstones.com.co. Yeah, oh yeah, I got another fire episode. You guys, now this is an old interview with young Jeezy out there from Atlanta. He was on Complex before Complex got shut down, before their asses got yanked. Y'all remember that? I think it was on the Apollo, or it was a, what you call, like one of them shows. I think it was an Apollo where they talent, where the audience judged to see how talented a person is, and if they suck, the black man would come with like in a suit and a hat. Then he come out with a suit, a hat, and this big ass cane. I don't know where he got this big ass wooden cane, but he'll yank the act off the stage because they don't want to start a riot with that bad performance. They want to allow this act to continue to piss off the people in the audience. Get your ass off stage. Especially when a singer gets on there, all them singers catch hell. I'm a singer, and that's why if you a singer, before I start this show, before we dive in, if you a singer, sing. Don't get up there with the BS. Don't get up there and waste people's time, because when you hear a singer, people expect to be wild. And this is one of the reasons, the only thing I don't like about that is that you're going to wow somebody and you're doing it for free. It's like I put my heart and soul, and you have to practice these vocals. Vocals. You gotta practice the vocals, baby. High notes. You gotta practice all that crap, right? So you're practicing, clearing out your nasal passages. You're getting all your techniques done and doing it for free. Right? Cool, whatever. If you really want it, get your name out there, that's what you gotta do. But here's the thing. You gotta be competitive too. You gotta be competitive. What made me go hard, especially with this singer thing and this music thing and this rapping thing, I was trying to, I told the guy that I was singing, and then he tried to out-sing me, and I'm here, but in my mind, he's like, hold on, let me show you how it's done. It was an older black man. Now, my humble side was like, maybe this man just trying to help me, you know what I mean? Maybe he sees something in me, my vocals, right? And maybe I didn't wow him enough, and he tried to wow me. No, bitch. I'm supposed to wow you. That's how I'm looking at it. I wow you, because if you really want to do this music thing, you would be out here doing the music thing. You didn't want to do the music, but don't do it now when I show up. I was kind of pissed off. My ignorant side pissed off because here I am trying to display my talent and you try to outdo me. Don't do that, because if you are a singer, if you are a rapper, in pretty much any profession, you're a doctor, lawyer, be competitive at all times. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Don't let nobody outshine you. Who, that man pissed me off. I think he was trying to help me. But anyway, young Jeezy got on DJ Akademiks' ass. A lot of people got on DJ Akademiks' ass because this nigga talk a lot of shit. I don't know the nigga. I have no personal connection with this nigga. I just love music. I love the culture of music. I just love music. And young Jeezy was trying to express to the Complex crew, not just Complex, but he was trying to express the people that work in the music media that y'all are too hard on the damn artists. And I'm 110%. You motherfuckers don't sing. Now, Joe Budden can give some leeway. Joe Budden, some people feel he can't because he only had like one major hit. Some people say he can because he's an actual lyricist. He can actually rap. He can actually formulate words. He can actually articulate himself. He can actually put words together and have concepts. And I've seen Joe Biden is like, he can actually rap. He's an actual rapper, MC, battle rapper. So more, but overall, people like Joe Budden who appreciate the culture. He really loves hip hop and what it's done for a lot of people. As far as the business side, what it's done for a lot of people from the ghetto. And here's the thing: hip hop specifically is from the streets. Why is everybody shocked that all this crazy stuff happens on the street? There's pain in the streets. There's chaos in the streets. There's some stupid niggas in the street. There's some smart niggas in the street. There's some everyday niggas in the street. There's some people trying to make it out the streets. There's people trying to stay in the streets. We try to have this one dimension. That's how I know a lot of these people ain't from these places. My dad's side of the family, they from the murder capital. There's a lot of gang shit going on. There's a lot of stuff going on in the city. But most of the time, you really don't even see these niggas. Like they so hidden, you don't see it. So what I'm saying is, the people that's working in the music media try to manipulate this. They're not really there to help the people in the communities. And that's what the whole point of hip hop was, to help us consciously. It was to help us financially. It was to help us spiritually. It was supposed to help us emotionally. You know, it was a way to vent, is a way to express ourselves. This talking about hip hop and rap. So all this crazy stuff you hear, this goes on in the streets. The violence, the drama, the frustration, this goes on in the streets. It's street music. But then you got a guy that's not from the streets so hard on the kids. The Jeezy's point that they were too hard on the kids specifically. They were too hard on the music artists, the rap artists as a whole, but specifically the children. He said, y'all way too hard. And he was trying to explain to DJ Akademiks that what they're rapping about is the stuff that they're living. So to you, it may be coming off as maybe they're not articulate enough. Maybe they're not this, maybe they're not that. And the Jeezy trying to explain, they're just kids trying to express themselves. Give them a chance to grow. And I do have to agree, certain people in the music industry, they are way too hard. Always talking about album sales. Man, fuck an album sale. Was the album good? Because when you listen to an album, motherfucker, you don't think about, ooh, so I'm cussing a lot. I get pissed off because I'm real fired up about this. Fuck it. When you listen to art, you as a music fan, somebody listen to this podcast right now, when you listen to a song, do you give a damn about the album sales? Or is the actual song good? Because there are a lot of albums that are hitting, making a lot of album sales, they have a lot of streams, and the songs are freaking trash and garbage, right? This whole facade that if you sell a lot, you have a lot of streams, that your music is good. And wrong. There's a lot of trash that's making a million views, billion views. There's a lot of trash music. I ain't gonna say trash. There's a lot of music that most people can't really relate to. Most music, the music that's hitting them high numbers is not relatable to this that's going on in the streets. Jail time, mass incarceration, single mothers trying to struggle. Single mothers trying to get out the struggle, broken homes, chaos, frustration, juveniles going to juvenile detention centers. Our babies getting killed. There's a lot of stuff going on. There's a wicked world, not just the black community, all communities, and the rap music is for everybody because it's I'm I'm talking about real rap music, not the shit they got. I'm talking about conscious rap music, and not super conscious rap music. I don't like that super pyramids and hieroglyphics and all this shit. And when the black man is above God, not that super conscious bullshit. I'm talking about just getting people aware of what's going on in the community, what's aware of going on in society, and mainly building the men, putting that masculine energy in the men, and it's in telling young men and men of all ages it's okay to have desires, but you have to pay that price for having the desire. You really want that thing, you really want to sell dope, you really want this, you want the nice clothes, you gotta pay the price. Niggas gonna hate on you, the government gonna hate on you. It just is what it is. And this is the shit that the youngsters are talking about. And then you got motherfuckers that's not even from the streets talking about this rap suck, or he suck, or he suck. He's only 17. Now in the hood, 17 is kind of old because a handful of niggas I knew, they already had kids. You know, you have to grow up a little bit faster. You know what I mean? So it's all about. I totally agree with Young Jeezy when he jumped on. He got on DJ Akademiks. It wasn't just Jeezy. What's his name? Vic Mensa from Chicago is about to take off on Akademiks. Nipsey got on Akademiks. A lot of dudes don't like this dude, and you know what's crazy? I supported Akademiks because he was shedding light on what was going on in Chicago. And a lot of people say he's making fun of Chicago. I don't think he's making fun of Chicago. I think he was just bringing awareness in a different type of way. Because if you actually listen to a whole segment, it was actually he felt bad for the people. Like he wanted to do something. And you know, I don't know if he had like a fundraiser for Chicago. Like me, I would love to help Chicago. All them black bodies and nobody talking about it. All those black bodies in Chicago, all those young black males dropping like flies in Chicago, and we had a black president. He didn't do anything. He's worried about gay rights. Our babies are getting hit up in the streets, and this man's talking about gay rights. Getting gunned down, like killing each other left and right. This whole gang madness. So it's not about color at the end of the day. It's about intentions and morals. So I think Jeezy was questioning DJ Akademiks and people in the social media, people in the music media. What is your intention when you're evaluating these rappers? You know, I heard a lot of times Akademiks just talk about whose career is over. Damn, the motherfuckers just had 2 hits. Can give them a chance to grow. One thing about is not just picking on Akademiks. In our culture, we don't give our people a chance to grow in the streets, in the music. You know, even in our education system. You know, our kids, the kids that really like going to school, and they're children. You're supposed to be liking going to school. That's what you're doing. You can't get a job, you stupid motherfucker. You're supposed to love school. Who's raising these kids? There's kids out there that love going to school, but they can't show that they love to go to school because they're going to get picked on. We call it a nerd. This is our society. Not just black folk, America's society. And I feel Jeezy on a point of, like I said, not just music artists as a whole, but specifically the younger artists. The kids are just trying to make it out. And Jeezy was touching on how hip-hop can benefit a lot of people, especially the children trying to get out. Jeezy comes from that. Now, I ain't sell a whole bunch of dope or stuff like that, but I'm from the streets. I'm from the struggle. You know what I mean? I'm from the struggle. I've seen everything. You know, my people from that Magnolia Project, my mama from LA, when my people went up there to Sacramento, poverty-stricken areas. So I've seen the frustration. I've seen people, you know, relationships ain't working out. I've seen men going to jail. They locked my uncle up. He got the police involved with the situation. I ain't gonna go into it, but he was trying to go do a good thing. He had a warrant. They snatched him up. So every time you're trying to do good in these areas, it's a slap in the face. You try to show love to a fellow black man in these areas, they'll backstab you, backdoor you, front door you, side door you. You know, try to mess on your old lady. That's why I say I'm very cautious of who I'm with. I'm very cautious of the people I keep company, you know, because a lot of dudes is snakes. a lot of dudes, you got to be wary. Like, one thing I learned in life, you try your best to be, as a man with all the aggression, you try your best to be level headed, but this world makes you want to put some under the ground. You know what I'm saying? Or at least on top of the ground, they shaking like a fish because you hurt them so bad because there's too much damn foolishness. Academics and the people like academics, they're so hard on the youngsters. Like, how you say that the man's career is over? This career is over. It's done. It's done. They ain't gonna album sales. Nobody's even buying albums. Why the hell y'all even talk about? Nobody haven't bought albums in the last 15 years. How long YouTube been out? 14 years? Ain't nobody buying no damn albums, nigga. They wasn't even buying albums when the early 2000s. It's been almost 2 decades since somebody really was pushing for album sales, when artists were really making money off album sales, and even the artists wasn't making money off album sales back then. Album sales don't always equate to good music. You know what I mean? I don't understand what's the angle of these people, but I know the intentions is very questionable. And Jeezy was touching on the benefit. So the benefit of hip hop, kids are trying to get out. And I think Jeezy's overall point was, when you are a powerful voice, and if you say this artist suck, or whatever the case, you have a negative viewpoint about this artist, that's gonna take away food off his table because nobody want to listen to him no more. Same like in the ESPN and all these people that hop on these panels talking about sports. You can have your critique about the game, but when you start talking about this person sucks and he shouldn't be allowed to play anymore and this and that, now the media and general managers, they starting to evaluate, damn, should we really yank this dude? Should he not start anymore? Should we trade him? You playing with people's money, and I think that was the whole point of Jeezy, especially the youngsters' money. This is a legitimate way for them to get out and feed their family. They can brand themselves, get their clothing lines going. Now these are young men that was running the streets. They can give back, and this positive cycle can continue. But if you don't even give this artist a chance to grow, and first off, you don't even rap or sing. DJ Akademiks had this bullshit ass song, and then you hang around 6ix9ine. So how is this man even able to operate in a space where a man got 5 black men locked up? Granted, they were into some shit, but let the police do their job and get these niggas locked up. You rolling around with a known stitch in industry plant informant, and this dude is able to have an influence on people that's really trying to get out the ghetto. And this is the shit that Jeezy was seeing, Nipsey was seeing, Vic Mensa was seeing. Dude, you're not from this, but you're dictating. You're pretty much a gatekeeper of who's hot and who's not, and you don't even care about the culture. Now, if you care about the culture, because nobody that's hanging around 6ix9ine cares about the culture, in my opinion. And I don't give a damn again your offense. If you're hanging around 6ix9ine, you do not love music, you do not love hip hop, you don't love decency, you something wrong with you. This dude is annoying. This dude has wiped his ass. It's black music at the end of the day, especially if you black and you hanging around this nigga. This is black music. Rock and roll, black music. R&B, black music. Hip hop, rap, black music. It just is what it is. So when you dive deep into the intentions of this man, you're not even giving young black males who's trying to make legitimate money a chance to grow. We have to question why. We have to question, because you don't want to see other people make it. This is a type of nigga, he can walk around with chains and looking good and smell good, and most of his videos it's fuzzy than a bitch. You got all that goddamn money, get better equipment. Because here's my thing. I'm gonna close this out. When people begin to analyze things, you got to be analyzed. You got to react on this sometimes. You got to begin to analyze your life, analyze the people around you, analyze your decisions, and make a decision for yourself. Jeezy, I ain't picking no act. I don't know this nigga. I'm just saying he's a major voice in hip hop. Now, what I like about hip hop is one of the easiest things to get into, because all you need is a nice beat, a nice little melody, get your little wordplay, get you some fresh clothes, and you can make it happen. You can go feed, like Jesus was talking about, like everybody can see, you can go feed your family. There's a lot of benefits of hip hop if people like academics and other people who ain't from that world get out the way. If more people like Act will get out the way and just allow our black children to grow into the music, allow artists to grow and let them have bad albums, because every artist is going to have a bad album, every artist is going to have good albums, but the goal is to have more good albums than bad. And here's the thing, the fans, at the end of the day, the fans going to decide. There's a whole bunch of artists that I listen to, they're not even big, or they're indie people that they may have a few hits, but they're actual projects. I'm a project person. What are you trying to say to me? What are you trying to convey to me? What are you trying to say to the masses? What is your story? But a lot of the artists I listen to, they're a little bit older. Money Man, Big Sean. I think Jeezy was talking about the ones that say 15 to 21. The young crowd. You know what I mean? The real ones still in high school. They're just trying to get it out. They love hip hop. They love the imagery. You can go make a video. Hell, you can go make a music video on your damn phone. You can make a music video on your phone. You can do this. You can do that. So all that, they won't even really to experience it because you put so much. Oh, that's what Jeezy was saying. Putting so much pressure on these kids to do so well. And you're in, like I said, Joe Budden. Excuse me, y'all. Joe Budden, like I said, he cares about hip hop, so I think he's more credible. But a person like Akademiks who hang around 6ix9ine, how are you in a position to critique ghetto youths trying to make it out? All this pressure you putting on these kids, give them a chance to grow. But y'all let me know what y'all think. Did Jeezy have a valid point about people working in the industry putting too much pressure on young artists? 250. Long live everything we strive for. Truth, direction, and serenity. I'm gone.